and being able to hide. I really like a hide button. Is there going to be a Last of Us 2? I would bet yes on The Last of Us 2. They've kind of confirmed it, or that they want to do it at the very least. I would be surprised if they didn't do it. Maybe it doesn't happen for a while, but I would be surprised if they didn't do it. And they're still wrapping up on Uncharted 4. There's still DLC that's going to come out for that. I don't know when it would happen, why, or what it would be. I don't think it would be. My gut tells me it wouldn't be Joel and Ellie. They might be in it, but it might not be following them. After just finishing their story again, it kind of feels done in a way of like, okay, this is them, and there's some good storytelling to just telling a story and having an end like that, and just being, all right, here's a slice of these people. You don't need to continue it. It's kind of the opposite of what The Walking Dead has done with, season 2 and then season 3. It's like, can we move on from this girl? That's a cool story and a great thing, but after the 2 seasons, I think we're good. I think we're good with that. I'd love to see. I don't know if did you play Left Behind, the DLC for The Last of Us? I would love to see Last of Us 2 feel more like that. And that's actually what Uncharted 4 feels more like, interestingly enough. More of a story, character-driven thing instead of, and me knocking over stones, instead of. So The Last of Us 2 was a journey with this girl to get her somewhere, or The Last of Us 1. The Last of Us 2 I would like to see be, you're in this world and something else is happening. You're not smuggling someone. Maybe you have a partner with you, that's fine. But it's not like a girl you have to protect and save because she's the cure for humanity, whatever. It's not that. Maybe you're the Fireflies. Maybe you're doing some mission to infiltrate a thing. I would like for them to go into more of the politics of that's brought up with what's his name's group when you play as Ellie, and it's like that guy, like, yeah, there's this madman traveling with a little girl that killed a bunch of our men at the school, and you kind of get this realization of, shit, we're just killing innocent people a lot of times, and I'd like for them to play with that idea more, of these kind of different groups that are living in the world and how they cope with each other and how they deal with shoot first, ask questions later, or are people more diplomatic, or how that all works. I would like to see something along those lines. I know, I understand that. I actually haven't finished season 2 of The Walking Dead, but it just, and I haven't watched the season 3 stuff because why I haven't finished season 2, but it just feels like, remember Clem? She's still here, and they're like, all right, I get it, but maybe we need some new life into this. I'm not saying she has to disappear from it, but we can still have a new tale, get some new stuff going on in it. I don't know. I'm not a huge Walking Dead guy, so I can't really talk about that. I do like Clem, and I do think, the first one is great, and how it all crescendos and ends there is cool and interesting. But I've had enough. I've had enough of their shitty engine, really. That's the part of the problem why I don't care about The Walking Dead as much. It's not, the gameplay isn't super impressive. Wolfman, I think you might be the guy who said you were going to show up the other day. That's what I remember. Oh, this was awesome. Uncharted 4's got great moments. Trying to remember. Trying to remember more about The Last of Us as well, because it's a weird game. It's a weird game. In a good way. And definitely in a good way, but I don't know. But we can now open this up. You can talk to me about anything. Chat about goldfish, pretzels, or snacks, cracker snacks. Any cracker-based snack, please. Is that what we can do? Cracker snacks? Let's do cracker snacks. And it was definitely too early. This E3 was definitely too early for anything from Naughty Dog. If anything, we would have seen Uncharted 4 DLC. There are people saying that there may be more about they might just be doing something else instead of The Last of Us 2 and kind of putting a project in the middle there. That's fine. Would you? Oh, Ellie? Would you kill? You don't even remember these characters' names. How can I respect your opinion about the game? No. No, that's fine. It's easy to forget everyone's name. Don't. Would you kill the girl in The Last of Us to save humanity? That's a tough question because in this situation, do I know her? If I don't know her, and the answer is kill this person to save humanity, or don't kill her and not save humanity, I would kill her. I'm saving humanity. But if the question is I know her, and then I have to decide if she lives or dies, I would have to know how sure this is. If we kill her and do this operation and all this stuff, are we for sure going to get the cure? That's what I'd have to know. Because if we aren't sure, I don't know. I think we have to. She's the only one who's been immune, and Ellie herself would probably say, "Yeah, that's fine." That's what makes the ending so crazy of the Last of Us. I think you have to kill her. You have to kill her, and that's why the ending's good. That's why the ending's good, because Joel freaks out. And it's really nice to see they do a great job of Joel not caring about her, and then over the year they're together, they start talking and doing things together. It's really nice. It's really, they really do a really good job of connecting them together. Although it's very strange when you think about the game and how it's a journey across country, they skip over so much. I'm like, did nothing happen for months? And then tons of shit happened in 3 hours, and then nothing happened again. That's some weird shenanigans to me, but who knows? So yeah, I'd kill her, I guess. I'm not the one killing her. I'm just saying, yeah, do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not killing anyone. Definitely not. No. Because in the game they had to, an error occurred? That's good. Let's just watch the error screen. I'd like to learn more. That's not helpful at all. Oh, now you've done it. Now you've really done it. That's funny. That's really funny to me. Shocking. Wow, that's weird. I wonder why I did that. But what would you like to see in The Last of Us? I don't know why I'm talking to the computer. In The Last of Us 2. There's a lot of things they could do with it. I think if they did continue. Yeah, I wish they had told her that she had to die to save the world, because she might have said yes. Yeah, she probably would have said yes. And that's why Joel had to save her. She was passed out the entire time. There's some weird plot holes in that of why didn't you you could have waited for her to wake up. You didn't need to operate so quickly. But yeah, that is a weird thing. She probably, I think she would have said yes. But if they continue, that's what I was saying. If they continue with Joel and Ellie, they were going towards his brother's farm place. But that kind of narrative-wise isn't super interesting to me. Them going there and then what? They live out their lives? Something would have to happen. So you'd probably have a time skip of some kind to where the Fireflies are doing something, or maybe she wants to join them, or whatever. I think there would have to be a time skip involved. Maybe not too long, maybe a year, It's tough though. I don't think that doesn't sound very interesting to me. I'd rather hear the tale of another person, or maybe I'd rather hear I'd rather play The Last of Us 2. I'd rather it be the moment of the outbreak, which you do get in The Last of Us, but the moment of the outbreak, and then it's just that person's life for a week or something following that, or maybe a couple months or whatever. But like as the government tries to figure out what's going on, people are quarantined, you're trying to figure it out, maybe you're trying to save some people, then you know. That is a more interesting story to me as well, as opposed to let's continue Joel and Ellie. We got Joel and Ellie. We got that. We don't need more. Usually when you go back and you add more after the fact, it isn't as interesting, or it kind of ruins some things, or it changes this character in a way you didn't necessarily want. And sometimes it's best just to have what you have and not want more from Joel and Ellie. The Left Behind DLC I thought was pretty well enough of what I wanted. I don't need any more from that. That's the funny thing. The Last of Us has these CG cutscenes. Well, not CG. They're in engine, I think, but they're like pre-rendered, and so they have set camera angles. So they look better. That's basically what I'm getting to. They look better. But Uncharted 4 looks like way better than those pre-rendered cutscenes do in normal gameplay. It's so very impressive how beautiful they made the game. About Ellie at school. Ellie at school, you mean before the events of The Last of Us? Because she was in some kind of what was it? Some kind of training militia thing for the government? But she was in some kind of boarding school type of thing for orphans or whatever. I don't know. If you mean that, I don't know. But otherwise, I don't think she's going to school. I don't think she's going back to school like in what's his face's camp. Joel's brother. No, taking place before. I don't know. I just don't. I don't see the need to go back to them. Maybe back to Joel, just because he has history with the world. Ellie, the fuck? I saw something run across the floor. Okay, well, there might be a demon. There might be a demon. Ellie wasn't alive before the outbreak happened. That's the problem. It's like a 20-year or 15-year time skip from the beginning to when The Last of Us really starts after the outbreak. So she wasn't even alive when it happened. We can't have that. That's the problem. But that is an interesting scenario. You could just get another person and have them be in school. That's an interesting angle. But I do think it should be before. Well, the first one, they buried the lead so well too, because no one was expecting that opening in The Last of Us. But I think starting before, yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. This whole outbreak apocalypse scenario is becoming very common, and I like it, but I'm worried about it becoming a little like, okay, another outbreak. Oh, what happened this time? I don't want that to be what it is. Basically, I don't want that. You really need to play the Left Behind DLC because it explains a lot of that stuff, and it shows where she was and why she got bit. That's already been done. And she's only like 15 or something. I think she might be 13 or 14. So she was born well after the outbreak. Because she was bit while sneaking around with her friend. And then they were gonna die together, but they didn't. She didn't turn. So it's already that story's already told. The Left Behind DLC is actually really good. Only about 2.5 hours or so, but it's really good. Not about really good, but it's really good. It's really good. This is one of the more annoying parts of Uncharted 4. I'm just gonna watch Uncharted 4. I have Tobo. That's fine. You can go. I don't care. I'm going to talk about pretzels. Pretzels are great. Goldfish, and pretzels. Snacks. Cracker snacks. And The Last of Us. Mainly Uncharted 4. Really good game. I like the best part of Uncharted 4 is the ragdoll. The best part. 100% the best part. Fucking love it. I don't think grenades explode that exploding in real life, do they? I don't know. I don't know. I might end the whole thing right there. Come to a close. Merry Christmas. My nose is super fucking itchy. It's a disaster over here. Disaster. I do this, whatever this is, every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time because I want to. Because I can. Oh, I just got the grenade launcher though. I gotta wait. Fine. This is like playing with toys because the enemies just fly around like dolls. Love it. Thank you for hanging out, Wolfman, if you're still here. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. That's not how birthdays work.